As eco-friendly life is increasingly emphasized, methods for using effective microorganisms have been in the limelight in various areas. Effective microorganisms are used as natural pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture, to remove odors and strengthen immunity of livestock, and to purify water quality and prevent diseases in aquaculture. Fermenter for these purposes are being developed. A typical microorganism fermenter is comprised of a control unit, a fermentation tank, an agitator, an air supply unit, and a heating unit. Fill the fermentation tank with as much water as you need to cultivate. Dissolve a medium in the water and have the water heated and sterilized using steam or a heater. After sterilization, cool the water indirectly by letting coolant pass through a double jacket until the water reaches a moderate temperature between 30 degrees Celsius and 37 degrees Celsius, which is appropriate to fermentation. This method demands much electricity, energy, and coolant. It is also time-consuming because the entire amount to be cultivated is heated and cooled down. The fermenter with ultraviolet lamps from ECOBIZNET fills the fermentation tank with enough water to dissolve a medium, not with the amount of water to be fermentation. Next, dissolve a medium in the water and heat the water to sterilize it. After sterilization, pour the water of room temperature that has passed through the ultraviolet sterilizer directly into the fermenter, and fill the fermenter as much as the amount to fermentation. So the temperature in the fermenter gets lowered to about 40 degrees Celsius with no need to add coolant. Next, put coolant into the double jacket of the fermenter to precisely control the temperature, and maintaining the temperature between 30 degrees Celsius and 37 degrees Celsius is the most appropriate to cultivation microorganism. This fermenter effectively reduces energy consumption by 60%, coolant consumption by more than 60%, and time spent on the sterilization process, as it provides a sterilization process that combines the heating sterilization unit with the ultraviolet sterilization unit. What's more, we made the inner structure of the fermenter optimized through CFD analysis, using a supercomputer that leads to increased the cell density twice as much as that of conventional ones. The fermenter with an ultraviolet lamp from ECOBIZNET consists of a fermentation tank where microorganisms are cultivated, an ultraviolet lamp, and a heater that sterilizes the water, an air supplier, and an air diffuser that inject micro-air, a magnetic agitator, and a baffle that form optimal swirl, a double jacket to keep the temperature constant, LED lamp, and a touchscreen controller. So, it is unnecessary to equip additional devices like a boiler or a compressor that are necessary for conventional fermenter. In addition, this product is the first to have a self-diagnosis function. When the power is on, it self-diagnoses to check whether every unit works normally, and the result is shown on the LCD panel. In this way, you can prevent fermentation failure in advance. And if any malfunction is detected, you can apply after service to maintain the best performance at all times. Finally, after injecting the microorganism seed, it controls the speed of agitation, temperature, the amount of aeration, and light to create the best conditions for fermentation. We can obtain the high-quality microorganisms within 1 to 3 days after fermentation. After the self-diagnosis, it selects the amount of water according to the instructions on the LCD panel, automatically filling with water. You can select what microorganism to cultivation and inject and dissolve the medium. After sterilization, you put microorganism seeds into the fermenter and press the Cultivation Start button. Once cultivation is completed, you can produce and use the microorganisms. When using the conventional fermenter, the operator must know about the microorganism cultivation steps and the optimum conditions for the cultivation. Also, the operator has to manually adjust all the cultivation conditions, such as temperature, agitation speed, air quantity, and light. An unskilled operator is unlikely to manage these tasks. We provide Bluetooth communication features and a smartphone application to inform users of when to replace the consumable parts of the fermenter, depending on the accumulated operation time of the culture medium. These features are provided for minimizing complaints and after-service demands from customers. We have applied some cutting-edge modern technologies to properly provide support to customers after identifying their microbial usage characteristics. Currently, about 10 types of useful microorganism cultivation information are input. When new microorganisms are developed, consumers can cultivation them merely by updating the software. ECOBIZNET Inc., which pursues the development of sustainable organic farming and clean environment, will try to become a leader in the green energy field, respecting the Earth's environment through constant studies and efforts. Thank you.